So Rob, a loss in the end, a very tight game, and what did you make of the performance of what we talked about beforehand, of a new chapter?
Oh, I'm just very proud of the guys. I've actually just said in the changing room, what are you going to be able to do when you get fit? And they kind of look at me and they kind of have a laugh. But what I mean by that is there's probably 90% of those guys have hardly played any rugby in the last 2 months, certainly nothing consistent. Some of them have played 1 or 2 games in the last 6 weeks, and probably some of them back to the Prem Cup final here. So I think that's the big marker for me. I think we were very competitive in most areas of the game. I think we stuck to game plan well, which is sometimes be on our Achilles heel, particularly away from home. We've unfortunately come up a little bit short in some odd circumstances at times with some of the things that were going on out there. But even so, I think we can be remarkably proud of them, and we've given ourselves a foundation to build from.
Looking back on the game, especially on that first half, too many chances that probably went begging there, do you think?
Yeah, yes and no. I think chances were limited for both sides. I think London Irish got some traction particularly in their drive and more game, didn't they? Which just proved decisive for them today. And I think we got kind of traction in some other areas around the quality of our kick game and our chase game and holding things together through the middle third of the pitch. So I think it was pretty even Stevens. It felt like an even Stevens game, didn't it? And I've just said to our guys, if we'd have been picking up bonus points away from home regularly through the season, we'd be talking about where we want to be in the top 4 now. And so that in itself is a really good marker for us, because these kind of things, these fighting losses have been few and far between in the Premiership away from home, and it bodes well for what we might be able to achieve next year.
Testament to what you and the Exeter Chiefs have achieved over the last decade, really. The fact that you come into the playoff period for the first time in a very long time not involved. How are you going to sort of deal with that time?
Well, but you deal with it like we dealt with it before we first got in there. We didn't just come into Premiership and be in the playoffs on day one. You build things and you build layers of experience for the players, and you work hard individually. A big thing for us as coaches, we've got to actually spend a lot of quality time getting to know these guys. Getting to know them inside out, what makes them tick, what motivates them. Because what motivates a young man now from what motivated them 12 years ago when we first came in the Premiership, they're different things. We've got to learn those things, we've got to work with them, and we've got to get them ready to play like they were today. And as I say, there's a lot of layers we can add to them in the pre-season, and I'm looking forward. I think it's going to be a very exciting time for us next year.
Well, thank you very much, as of coming to talk to us. Safe journey home. Enjoy a bit of a break.
Thank you, John.